Our regular Friday night guest is not only a former Queensland Premier, Campbell Newman also served in the Australian military from 1981 to 1994 and joins me now. I would have thought you would have been in a pub somewhere playing two-up on Anzac Day.
No, mate. I think that those days are well behind me, but we did enjoy going to our local service at Windsor on the north side of Brisbane this morning, and it was great because it rained like all hell prior to its service. During the service, which was fantastic, a local community event, afterwards it then bucketed down again. But the sun wasn't smiling on us, but the rain held off, and it was a very touching service, as it always is there.
What's Anzac Day mean to you? Do you still catch up with mates?
Oh, absolutely. Look, the Australian Army is sort of, I suppose, programmed into my DNA these days. I went to the Royal Military College Duntroon, as did my late father, who died sadly almost 30 years ago. He was a Vietnam and Malaya emergency vet. My great uncle, Leslie Holmes Mullet, died at the Battle of Bullecourt in April 1917. And I've got a niece who's also now a graduate of the Royal Military College Duntroon. So 3 generations have been in the military, just in the direct family, as well as Leslie Mullet. So the Army's incredibly important. And I suppose one of my poignant sort of memories I'd share with people is that when my dad went to Vietnam in 67, 68, I was 3 going on 4. And what happened was that Mum had a book, and we had another copy of the book that Dad took to Vietnam, and he would read the book and onto a tape, and the tape would come to us. And we've still got the tape. We've had it saved on, digitally, and you can hear Dad. He was reading to his little boy, but in the background you can hear choppers, and occasionally you can hear gunfire, from the artillery. And, that's sort of what it means to me. And so today is all about remembering Leslie Mullet. It's about remembering my dad and all those people that I've served with, some who've paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, lovely story. And I mentioned to Matt McLaughlin about the poll that says Generation Z, whatever you want to call them, Z probably, are not connected to Anzac Day. When you look at the numbers, Campbell, again this morning at dawn services, that beggars belief that poll could be accurate, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, I'm a bit puzzled, and I did see the poll because you certainly have got our young being inculcated with the whole Anzac legend, and they're there. Like today at the service I was mentioning before, the local schools were well represented, and the kids had from primary school age up to high schoolers were participants, in the service and all played a role. So it was fantastic. So, I don't know why that poll result is the way it is. Perhaps it's just at the time, people reflect negatively, but when it's on the day and they're really thinking about it with their families, well, that we see the truth of the matter.
Yeah, and when I look back at what it was like when I was a teenager, no one went to dawn services and very few people went to the Anzac Parade. I just want to ask you, I'm confused about Victoria Park. Oh, no one went, did they?
Yeah. Well, yeah, look, it was like Australia Day. It's been interesting that Australia Day's caused such a fuss in the last 10 years, whereas, I remember Australia Day back in 1980, people couldn't give 2 hoots. But anyway, you're asking about Victoria Park. Well, you've got Stephen Bates, who's the Greens federal member. You've got Trevor Evans, the former LNP member, trying to reclaim the seat. And you've got Madonna Jarrett, the ALP challenger. And they all turned up to a community event. Stephen Bates really nailed his colours to the mast, which is great. Thank you, Stephen, to say he was against the proposal. The other 2 were sort of, perhaps a bit more wishy-washy than you were just suggesting the way you posed the question. As you know, I think it's a terrible idea, and the fight's not over, by the way.